Since I did a top 8 list of my least favorite Mega Man X Mavericks, I think it's time to finish it off with my favorite. So it's that time of the week again. It's your boy KC. Check out my list of my favorite Mega Man X Mavericks. Here we go. Number 1 for Mega Man X, we have Storm Eagle. Not only is this the coolest robot in the game, but it also has the coolest design and a badass level to back it up. This level takes place in the sky with nice designs. Even when you get up to his battle, it's a cool battle as he blows you back with his metal wings and he goes into the air and swoops down, forcing you to dodge. And even the ability you get from Storm Eagle is crazy as hell, as Mega Man X shoots a giant ass tornado out of his X-Buster. That kicks ass, so Storm Eagle is number 1. Number 2 for Mega Man X2, we have Flame Stag, or Flame Stagger as they call him in Japan. Why is it that the Japanese name's always better? Seriously. This Reploid is a fire robot based off of a deer. I always thought it was designed after a horse. I guess I was wrong on that one. Even though Flame Stag's level is extremely short and can be hectic with the crumbling pillars, the fire that shoots out of the tubes, and having to escape lava by using extreme wall jumping precision. Now Flame Stag loses cool points to me for 2 specific reasons. Number 1, his boss battle is way too easy once you have his weakness. And that's a problem that goes with the first Mega Man X and Mega Man X2, which is why they're at the bottom of my list as far as favorite Mega Man X games go, is when you have the weaknesses, it makes the battles extremely easy and tedious because they get stuck in a pattern. So that's something that I never liked. And number 2, he's weak to bubbles. And we all know how I feel about that. Not manly! But anyways, if you could get past that, Flame Stag is number 2. Number 3 for Mega Man X3, which is my absolute favorite X game out of the whole entire series. Number 3 is Blizzard Buffalo. Now, I used to play the hell out of this game when I was a kid. There were 2 different versions that I had. I had the one for the Super NES, and I also had the PlayStation version, which had the FMVs. And I can still remember watching Blizzard Buffalo take a block of ice, crushing it and sculpting it into anything of his choosing. I like everything about this robot. The fact that it's an ice buffalo is cool enough as it is, no pun intended, but the level design is where they hit it out of the park. When you play through this level, you definitely get the feel of chills, like you're trapped in isolation in an ice cavern, and the music on top of it is even better, and that's why he's number 3. Number 4 for Mega Man X4, is there any doubt to who I'm gonna pick? You guys know who he is. The coolest Maverick ever created in the whole entire series in my personal opinion. Magma Dragoon. Seriously, this is a dragon robot that breathes fire. It doesn't get any more badass than that. On top of that, his level takes place in a volcano filled with lava, fire, and rocks. Even his boss battle kicks ass as he does all these crazy ass attacks, including a few from Street Fighter where he throws a fire Hadouken. They hit this peak when they made this Maverick, and that's the thing that sucks about it, is that it's all downhill from here. And that's why Magma Dragoon is number 4. Number 5 for Mega Man X5, we have Dark Dizzy, or Dark Necrobat. This is a vampire bat-based robot similar to Shade Man from Mega Man 7, and they also share some of the same attacks, such as the Sonic Wave attack and swooping down and biting X or classic Mega Man, draining them of their blood, or oil, or whatever the hell they both have. Do they even have blood? Seriously? Somebody answer that question for me. Dark Dizzy's level has simple designs, but it gets the point across. It takes place in deep space with dark voids, platforms that you have to jump across, and enemy robots that will drive you crazy. And that's why Dark Dizzy is number 5. Number 6 for Mega Man X6. Since I couldn't pick a Maverick from this game, I picked the coolest one of the game, which is Hymax. And the reason why I picked him is because he brings back a lot of fond memories for me as a kid. He reminds me of all those mecha anime robots I used to watch as a kid, and I still watch now, anywhere from Transor Z to Mazinger Z, to Voltron, to Big O, to the Gundam series, to the Robotech series, Gigantor, etc, etc. When you go up against this guy the first time, he's indestructible, you can't beat him. The second time around, he has all these crazy energy attacks that will mess you up pretty badly. So Hymax is number 6. Number 7, we come to Mega Man X7. And you guys know how I feel about this game. I hate it. It's the worst game in the series. And it took me the longest to try to find something good in this game. I watched it over and over and over again, watching people play through this game, trying to find something or some robot that I actually like. Splash Warfly is number 7. This is the only robot and the only thing in this game that I can even call semi-cool. Splash Warfly is designed after a flying fish. It uses a Neganata as his weapon, which is a weapon that was used by samurai in Japan back in the feudal era. His level takes place on a series of battleships filled with enemies and giant mech robots, nothing we haven't seen before. If you fight him without his weakness, he has 3 different attacks that he'll use. He uses his polearm to swipe and stab you. He also has a splash laser, which doesn't have much range, but it causes serious damage if it hits you. And he also has the Toby Wild missile, where he jumps into the air, stabs his polearm into the ground, and it covers the platform with water. But of course, if you have his weakness, he's easier than Paris Hilton on a Friday night, and that's why Splash Warfly is number 7. Number 8 for Mega Man X8, we have Dark Mantis, which is a ninja-like robot with sights on his arm. He has great attacks such as the Shadow Runners, where he throws homing boomerangs at you, and he also has an attack where he goes along the ground, grabs you, and can drain your energy. And his ultimate move using energy blades to attack you. When I play through his level, I get the feeling that I'm playing Metal Gear Solid because it's a dark place with a lot of searchlights, and it utilizes stealth to get through his level. Naturally, you do not want to get caught, as you will be swarmed by a bunch of enemies and you're going to have to take them out with either X-Zero or low budget X-Axle. Even though X8 has a lot of ridiculous Mavericks in the game, a lot of stupid designs such as Optic Sunflower, it's still a huge step up from X7, and that's why Dark Mantis is number 8. I have to take the time to apologize to you guys for taking so long to post this video. You guys have to understand something. For the most part, when I do these top 10s of my least favorite and favorite, I know exactly what I'm gonna pick. But when I hit that brick wall, X6 and X7, when you come across 2 games that have absolutely no redeeming qualities whatsoever, and you hate everything about that game, it gets difficult. So it took me the longest because of those 2 games. I just could not pick anything from those games. I'm like, oh god, I gotta pick one of these bastards. And you see that I picked Hymax because I couldn't pick anyone from Mega Man X6. That roster sucks, and it was difficult. But anyways, that's it for my list. If you guys like what you heard, you can check out the rest of my list on my channel, Casey the Most, where I have a weekly podcast where I talk about wrestling, video games, and anime. I also have topic videos talking about anything from relationships to friendships and money, even music. I have Dragon Ball Debunked, where I take fan theories in the Dragon Ball world and I give my opinion if I think it's true or if I think it's utter bullshit. You can find me on Twitter at MostKC. I also have a Facebook page by the same name, Casey the Most. You can also find me on Soundcloud, Ken Copeland. I'm also on Tumblr. There's many different ways you can listen to my stuff. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll check you out later. Peace.